Welcome to Email Etiquette, or How to Keep Your Professor Happy. You don't want your professor to look like they're upset when he or she reads your email. Therefore, one important rule is sign your name always. What does it mean to sign your name to an email? Well, you should have a sign-off, such as thank you, or take care, or have a good day, and you should type your name. And trust me, your professor prefers your complete name typed. Why should you sign your emails? Well, number one, research shows readers expect a sign-off and signature. Therefore, if it is missing, readers have a feeling of incompleteness. Some may consider it rude. Secondly, it's a great idea to make life easy on your professor. She may have 50 students at 2 universities spread between 6 classes. She will not be able to memorize everyone's email address, such as MIF89, which means she will need to check other sources to find out who she is talking with. This wastes valuable time and creates frustration. Have a specific subject line. So subject lines such as hello, professor, versus EESL 521, question about deadlines, or EESL 521, assignment 1, which is more specific. Obviously, number 1 is not specific. 2 and 3 are okay. This first subject, hello professor, is an image of a real subject line to a professor. This subject line means the email is social. Therefore, it is not related to coursework and does not need to be answered quickly. The subject line EESL 521, question about deadlines, is also an image of a real subject line to a professor. This subject line means the email is academic. Since there's a question to be answered, the professor will try to reply quickly. And then the third subject line, EESL 521, assignment 1, also is a real subject line to a professor. This subject line means the email is academic, but it also means a student is turning in assignment 1. Therefore, the professor does not need to read this email until he or she is grading assignment 1. Can you understand the need for a specific subject line? Use correct spelling and grammar. This is not a text message. Email is not a text message. It has different rules from text messages. And one of the rules is that you write out words. Do not use symbols or emojis, at least not in assignments. And your professor is not your friend, at least not during class. You can't talk to your professor like this. Be aware of how to talk to your professor. Be respectful. Do not make demands. Use lots of modals, such as could you, would you. Use opinion words, I think, perhaps, in my opinion. Err on the side of being too formal. Check the syllabus first. Check the assignment instructions first. Check Blackboard first. Even check your email before you send another email to your professor. This final slide is an example of a high-quality email. Not exactly what your professor wants for an academic email, but it is useful. Okay, so it points out that you need to have a correct email address, you need a specific subject line. It points out that there is even in emails, there is an introduction, body, and conclusion. It points out that usually we start emails with greetings, even academic. Not so much how are you, but the dear professor is something that you would use. There's usually line spaces between paragraphs, but every sentence is not a paragraph. The paragraphs should start at the left unless you are indenting the first line of the paragraph. And there should be a sign off that's on its own line, and then your name, your complete name, is at the bottom. All right, congratulations. You now know how to make a perfect email to your professor.